New Year from all at Radio GH. Ian Lee's Ewan Galloway. The Scottish Shindig.
Indeed, what a round of applause. Happy New Year, Ian.
Happy New Year, my friend.
And it's lovely to have you back here for a Hogmanay show on Radio GH. How was the journey down?
Very quiet.
Did you get the bus?
No buses today.
No buses today. I'll tell you, it must have taken you a while to walk. What time did you set off?
Yesterday.
I'm very delighted to be joined here for this New Year's Day Scottish Shindig special with guest Ian Lees, all the way from Dundee, the home of the Indian pies and the other yins and And Ian, I couldn't find you a lump of coal, but I've got you a rock out the garden.
Oh,
Merry
lovely.
Christmas.
Aye. That'll do the teeth no good at all.
Well, didn't eat it all at once, will you? And if we get hungry, thanks to the gruesome twosome, we've got a lovely supply of shortbread here. In fact, I've already ate one of them, but we've got two left.
Did you eat that last year?
Aye, this is last year's one, but I've left this one for this year. So we've got two wheels there. Can't beat a good bit of shortbread.
Exactly. It reminds me of the first Hogmanay show we did together was 9 years ago.
That when I was 18.
Yes.
You were 21.
Aye, and all the rest.
Aye, and you're still breaking the teeth in for the next door neighbour's dug, I believe.
I would definitely.
Well, we've got 2 hours to plan breaking the teeth in for the next door neighbour's dug here. And we've got loads of great music, songs, dances lined up for you, everything associated with Hogmanay. But who better to invite you all into the wonderful world of Radio GH than the one and only Andy Stewart with a great
Come in.
Come in. It's nice to see you.
Come in, it's nice to see you. How's yourself? You're looking grand. Take a seat and hey, a drammy man, you're welcome. Here's my hand in the land called Caledonia. There are certain words you say to express your feelings freely in a grand old Scottish way. East your back means call again soon, and here stairs means good cheer. But the simple words of welcome are the ones I long to hear. Come in, it's nice to see you. How's yourself? You're looking grand. Take a seat and hey, a drammy man, you're welcome. Here's my hand. Scotland's sons are strong for wandering to a far and distant shore, and there's money gone a sojourn to the bugle call of war. But to each and every exile there's a vision not of fame, but of one dear lassie singing these sweet words that tell of him. Come in, it's nice to see ya. How's yourself? You're looking grand. Take a seat and hey, a drammy man, you're welcome. Here's my hand. Say, let us gather here this night and sing of days gone by, days of yore that are no longer, morning brings a sigh, but with dawn will come the parting, and we'll wander down the glen. Health be yours and joy be with you, till we sing these words again. Come in, it's nice to see you. How's yourself? You're looking grand. Take a seat and hey, a drammy, man, you're welcome. Heed my hand.
Oh, the great showman, Andy Stewart there with Come In, Come In. So, we're nice to have your company. Glad you've come in to listen to us today for the next couple of hours. Twittering away, but nevertheless, hopefully you're going to enjoy yourself. It's time, we've got to have a dance now to start off the programme.
Are you asking?
And there's not enough room here.
No,
but
it's a bit
there's
tight.
only one dance we can have, and that has to be the Hogmanay jig.
I wonder if Marian Anderson's about. Do you think Marian would play it?
Oh, she plays it gorgeously.
Well, there they are coming in. Come on, Marian, set your band up here and let's have a dance. It's
Set your what did you say?
the band up. Set the band up. Set the band up. Here we go for the Hogmanay jig. Fantastic playing there from Marian Anderson and her band with the Hogmanay jig, and well worthy of a round of applause.
Yep.
Look, shut. Quickly, Ian, shut that door. Shut that door. Right, come on, people, calm down. Thank you. Yes. Right. Speaking of that, someone's opened the door, and then the pipe band's come in.
Really?
Radio GH's own fine piper.
Aye.
You can't beat the bagpipes at Hogmanay in New Year, can you?
Especially the route side on the top of the hill.
I'm just a bit concerned about how I'm hudding him, but...
Well, that's another story.
We'll
Tune in after 9.
Yes. It's speaking of the band and the pipe band, we've got a fantastic band coming up next. It's
absolutely.
Good old comedy band as well.
Yeah, and they played to royalty.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Aye.
Back in their day. And I'm sure it'll be quite nice to have a wee tribute as well
It would do.
to the past in this. But speaking of the band, we can't have a Hogmanay show without a band. So Scotland the What with...
The band.
We are the band and we sit on the stand and we play gay gordons, eights and reels and lancers.
Folk that we meet ask us why do we did,
And we must admit we had got nae answers. Each of us is just an ordinary manny. We're twa butchers, I'm a Johnny. But every night we moonlight, we're out playing for some drunken mob of Scottish country dancers. It's a harmless hobby and it pays the rent, and I wouldn't say we're fraudulent, but we never notify the government and we never take a check. Any engagement to play that we take, this is the only condition we make. Just pay in cash as we are leaving. $5 please at the end of the evening. What we once were at an office do, they never said they were the revenue. The fee we spent it, but the tax folk kent it and got missed out back. Think of any venue we have played them all. A marquee at the Lonachan Finechty Fisherman's Ha. And though we recall that we've enjoyed them all, the finest ball for sure was the ball at Kerrymuir. We only just survived a wedding in Portree, McGinty's meal and ale for a pig on the spree. Some were rough. Yon funeral in Macduff. A show in some vow. We call them Kennedy. 12 o'clock and we're still sitting on one nerveless bums.
I am playing automatically and so's my chum.
I'm just gasping for some booze. Look at him, he's here in a snooze.
But I'm always ready when the change of tempo comes. We're sitting here in the gear with a neck we're here, dancers, belling, hook and skellin'. Nobody is what we're playing there on the flare. Do they care what it is of you? No, they don't, because they hadn't come to dance. Well, look at Sandy getting randy, but he is a stupid tatty that we quite Jean Ferrari. She's a champion at karate. Jean for Sandy started capering, kept him in his mace's apron. That was clever, son, you'll never dance again.
We wouldn't quarrel, our highlight has been to go to Balmoral to play for the Queen.
Together the Queen and the Duke danced away.
The Queen doing a tango, the Duke a strathspey. The Queen Mum was absent, no cause for alarms.
She'd gone to a disco at the Invercaldan.
Charles and Diana gave the eight some big licks. He wore the kilt, aye,
But she wears the bricks. 1 mere cities and we'll be off the leash.
just a few mere minutes till the intermission. Then to the bar for a nip and a jar.
Oh, there's nothing drier than a dry musician. All these rumpy-tumpy tunes, we bring them.
In one endless stream we string them.
Each one a gem, it's a shame there's no words to them.
It means that nobody can ever sing them.
Happy New Year from all at Radio GH.
That was fabulous. They're very, very talented indeed, weren't they?
It's amazing. You know, you can listen to it as many times as you like it. It still gets a good laugh out of
Lovely.
everyone.
The comedy was great in the old days, but nevertheless, might happen again.
Well,
Don't hold your breath.
You're looking at some comedy now.
Aye, I know. What folk will think.
This is
Anyway,
lovely water, this, isn't it? It's lovely.
well, this one of mine's very heavy. I don't know if it's the glass or it's heavy water. If it's heavy water, well, anything could happen.
Lovely water. For all the people at home, cheers. Happy New Year to you all. People tuned in tonight from near and far on social media and on the website. Just to let you know, tonight, Scottish Shindig is a choice of Ian and myself's favourite songs, tunes, dances,
Memories.
and much more. And speaking of memories and good bands and good tunes, the next one is a cracker.
Oh, this is fabulous. I've loved this for so long. It's the late Bobby McLeod and his band with a fabulous introduction from Bobby Colgan.
And the dance,
The Gay Gordons.
Bobby McLeod and his band.
Absolutely fabulous. And by the way, do you know who was playing second accordion with Bobby McLeod?
Oh, go on, tell me.
Jim Johnson.
Really?
Yes, it was, aye.
And great. I always love a band. Good sound of the banjo.
Yep.
You don't hear it
Lovely.
a lot.
Absolutely. Well, you did a recording with Graham Cairns.
Yes.
Which is excellent recording, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I've played it.
I'll pay you later.
I've played it time and time again. So there. Anyway, what have we got next?
Well, I was just speaking to you briefly there about some New Year's traditions.
Mm-hmm.
My New Year's tradition's always been to go down to West Barnes at it used to be the Inn and now the bowling club on New Year's Day, and we all play together, all musicians go down, family, friends, we have soups, stovies, good old stovies, and if they're no burnt to the bottom of the pan, they're no stovies.
Oh, you're quite right there,
and,
definitely.
we have a great day, or of course, first footing of a lump of coal, but you've got a memory of a tradition.
My memory of Hogmanay in my young days, 150 years ago, it was in Dundee City Square. It was safe to go out at night. At Dundee City Square, it was full of people, and there was a platform. Well, it was like on the back of a tractor, really, with tarpaulin over it and a single strip light above you. And people like Dennis Clancy, myself, and a few others were entertaining. But we always knew when it was going to be New Year, because they fired one single firework off the Caird Hall roof. That was it. That was the firework display. One single rocket.
Was there a budget back 150 years ago?
It's amazing.
Mind you, if they could afford tractors then. How about a song? You've picked a lovely song.
Well, yes. This is a singer, James Urquhart, actually, it is. I met James many, many years ago when he used to sing a lot on stage shows with the great Jimmy Shand and his band. But James was also a member of the George Mitchell Minstrels, the Black and White Minstrels, and a beautiful, beautiful voice. And this to me is perhaps his finest recording. It's the soft lowland tongue of the border.
Oh, blithe is the lilt o' his ain mither tongue, to the exile that's lang been a roving. It aye brings to mind the old songs that were sung round the father's fireside at the gloamin'. It brings back the scent o' the heathery braes, the sound o' the wee barney's wimble, the laughing and daffing o' youth's happy days, when his cheek's deepest line was a dimple. What though in the halls o' the great we may meet women o' high rank and borders, for hearts sigh for him, and nae music sae sweet as the soft lowland tongue o' the border. He hears the old tongue frae the stout border lad, as he follows the plough or the harrow. The border lass sings it in strain sweet or sad, by the banks of the Ettrick or Yarrow. What though in the halls o' the great we may meet women o' high rank and borders, for hearts sigh for him, and nae music sae sweet as the soft lowland tongue o' the border, as the soft lowland tongue o' the border.
Absolutely beautiful voice there of James Urquhart.
Now let's segue into Healing
Oh,
Valley.
no, you're not having another yin. Get off.
What was that? Segments of the Oranges?
Segue,
Oh, sorry.
segue into Healing Laddie. No, one's enough. Thank you, James. So it's nice to have all the live music. I like a lot of live recordings with the clapping, and it really captures the atmosphere, as does this next CD.
Oh, yes.
We've got a lot of foreign listeners that tune in all around the world to Radio GH, which we're very lucky to have.
Dundee
overseas. Dundee. Did you have your passport? We got it stamped at the border. Yes, we've got listeners in from Canada, Kuala Lumpur, Belgium. So we've got some in tonight from Norway and many other places. But I don't know if we've got anyone in from Bangkok. And this is a great recording by
Graham Geddes and his band.
We've picked this dance because it's local to us here in the East Studio. It's the Flowers of Edinburgh, and some great tunes with the Flowers of Edinburgh, the Morpeth Rant, Lady Sophie Anne of Bute, and finishing with a lovely tune. Happy we've been
together.
Got it. Take it away, Graham.
There we are, Graham Geddes' band, recorded live in Bangkok. Super recording, wasn't it?
We managed to get the fireworks at the same time.
Oh,
There.
surprising. The world at your feet.
It's amazing what you can do with technology sometimes. If that's for the ones that are watching virtually this evening on our social media platforms. Next up, though, you were speaking of overseas. Dundee.
Yes, Dundee.
Wonderful Dundee. That's where you're from, Ian.
Yes, and from just across the water in North Fife is our next band leader. And this is a selection titled Dundee 800, I believe. And it's from Bobby Crow and his band.
Now, I want to hear you singing, mind. Lovely playing there from Bobby Crow and his Scottish dance band. Ian, speaking of comedy earlier on, well, not comedy about your neighbour, but how's Bess, your neighbour, getting on?
Oh, Bess, my neighbour. I'll tell you what, there's this. Bess is one of two people, of her and her man. The old couple live next door to me, and they've never been out together for 12 years until 2 weeks ago on a Saturday night. He said to her, Bess. She said, what? He said, Bess, come on, we'll do something different. She said, oh, what'll we do? He said, swap chairs.
Oh, dearie me. Well, speaking of comedy,
Yeah.
what about, we've got a track from Jimmy Logan.
I know, this is very special because this was recorded in 1958 in the Queen's Hall in Glasgow. with the Geraldo Orchestra, conducted by Bob Sharples. It's Jimmy Logan with the Kirk Soiree.
When I first came to this town to stop and started out in business in my side street shop, to the kirk every Sunday I went twice as a rule and counted the collection for the Sunday school. For my greatest ambition it was, you see, to tell a little story at the kirk soiree. Well, the night came at last, but saints preserve us, I couldn't say a word, for I felt that nervous. I thought upon a limerick, then I thought upon a riddle, then I started in a story, then I stopped it in the middle. For the story that I started was not, you see, the kind that you can tell at a kirk soiree. Well, after that evening, all the men would stop for the finish of my story at the side street shop. And my business grew so rapidly, and so did my renown, that soon I was elected to the council of the town. And they made me the convener of the sewage committee for the story that I started at the kirk soiree. Ewan was terrible. Then I became a bailie, but promotion was my ruin. For the first time that I sat upon the bench was my undoing. For objectionable conduct, I had to try a friend of mine and give him 7 days without the option of a fine. Just because he told a policeman, a staunch wee free, the story that I started at the kirk soiree. Well, I've now retired from public life, a disappointed man, with my mouth all twisted, telling stories in behind my hand. And many years have passed since fortune gave me such a knock, till just the other evening I received a dreadful shock, when the minister's youngest daughter at her father's jubilee told the story that I started at the kirk soiree.
Oh, fabulous. Jimmy Logan there.
And another worthy round of applause.
Yes, definitely.
I think it's about time we. Our next band's just come through the door there.
Aye.
You can still hear the pipers outside. They're still playing away there in the front garden here of Radio GH.
Aye, he's going to play till he gets it right.
Aye, well, I think he enjoys shortbread as well.
Well,
it's probably a good job you can't see the piper right now, but he's obviously had far too much water. Stand up, please, and sort yourself out. Right, then you come. Gordon Patullo here in his all-stars band, the 7-Star Ceilidh, and a really great dance. It's the Virginia Reel. Do you enjoy this dance?
oh, lovely. I enjoy watching it.
Forward and back, and off we go. swinging along nicely there. It sounded like I always felt like Virginia Real Tune sound like you're on a train.
Yeah, that was
going
good.
down the railroad. I think we better slow down because people are going to start keeling over soon. With all this dancing that they've had and all the water that you're drinking. I'm surprised that you've not keeled over yet.
It's definitely heavy water. You see, water's fine if you take it with the right spirit.
Which one do you recommend?
Anyone.
Right, how about a waltz next?
I think that would be a great idea.
What have you picked, Ian?
Well, this is from Bruce Lindsay and his band, and a lovely, lovely sound from this band. And it's one of Sir Jimmy Shan's compositions, and I think one of Jimmy Shan's finest ever waltzes. It's the Heather Mixture Waltz. Beautiful. The Heather Mixer Waltz. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, and some lovely playing there. Lovely fiddle from Hebby Gray.
Yep.
And we were just speaking about the piano player there. It's Jimmy Scott, who played with both Jimmy Shan Senior, Junior, Ian Holmes, and Andrew Rankin.
Oh, really?
Lovely.
Very fine. And Dougie Cargill on double bass. Great names. Great players from the past.
Could you open that door, lads? Oh, there we go. Ah, yes, we've got some of the Irish. They are wanting to come in and have a wee tune in the Radio GH New Year's party. And there we have. I don't know his name. Did you catch his name?
No. I don't know, but he's suggling about there. A wee shoey.
Aye. He came in and he's asking if we had anything by Declan Ainger. So here he is to sing you Riley's Daughter.
big bass drum. He had a mind for awful slaughter. He had a big red glistening eye, and he kept that eye on his lovely daughter. Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Her hair was black and her eyes were blue. The major and the corporal and the captain saw her. The sergeant and the piper and the drummer by two, but they never had a chance with Riley's daughter. Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Well, I got me a ring and a parson too. I got me a scratch in the merry quarter. Settled me down to a peaceful life, happy as a king with Riley's daughter. Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Well, 5 big knocks came at the door. Who should it be out looking for slaughter, with 2 pistols in his hand, looking for the man who married his daughter? Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Well, I grabbed O'Reilly by the hair and his head in the pail of water, shot his pistol in the air, and I'm sick quicker than I married his daughter. Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Giddy-ay-ay, 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 for the one-eyed Riley. Giddy-ay-ay, giddy-ay-ay, banging on your old bass drum. Banging on your old bass drum.
Lovely to hear that track.
Yeah, good singer.
Yes, it's one of. I think it has to be probably one of my favourite tracks that I've played over the past year. But how about? I think we should have a two-step. I don't think we've had a two-step yet, and we've got lots of people who enjoy a two-step. And I believe this next player was your very first accordion teacher.
No, well, actually, he was my second, but I'll come back to that in a minute. My first accordion teacher was back in 1972. It was a guy called Roger Brunton. But I fell out with him. He used to bring tears to my eyes because he kept striking my hand with a ruler and saying I was playing too loud. I just told him, well, I bought the accordion. I want to hear it. Anyway, yes, 20 years ago, Billy Anderson, I took up the accordion again. Billy Anderson decided to have a go at teaching me, and a very talented man indeed. We did our first broadcast together on the BBC Radio Scotland. It was the Scottish Home Service at the time, a programme called For Your Entertainment. There you go. That was more than 100 years ago.
I don't remember it.
No, you weren't born then. Anyway, Billy was teaching me for a while. I had another teacher after that, but we'll not go into that. Anyway, Billy wrote a lot of great tunes. And this one he wrote for a lady, her 70th birthday. Her name was Nola. And he's done a variation on something that every listener, I'm sure, will remember. But I can't mind who wrote it. So here's Billy Anderson with Nola.
We'll let you know who wrote it after.
viola, played there by Billy Anderson. And I don't know who composed the original one, but I know it was made popular by Joe, Mr. Piano, Henderson.
See, I told you it'd come back to you. Speaking of your accordion teacher, gave me a bit of a push to go and have a quick look here in our Radio GH vinyls. We've got 2 LPs here, one from 1985 and one from 1990, both called Accordion Versatility. And it's led by John Leslie, who was my accordion teacher, and his orchestra. And there's some names in the orchestra that you'd recognise, such as Sandy Liggett,
yes,
Scott Leslie, that's John's son. And on drums here at the time was Graham Jameson.
Yes.
And there's a picture for... I'll see if I can get this up for the ones on social media.
Was Graham Jameson, is he sitting on his comfy pumpy?
It must be because he's in here somewhere. But playing for us now is a nice slow one, and it's The Dark Island from the John Leslie Accordion Orchestra.
Lovely.
From 1985.